Good morning, class 7. I'm your science teacher from Springfields Public School. Children, in our last module, we studied about respiration. There are two main processes of respiration, and they are external respiration or breathing, and second was internal respiration or cellular respiration. Then we studied about respiration in plants, then root respiration, photosynthesis and respiration. We also studied two activities which were showing the release of carbon dioxide and heat energy during respiration. Children, today we are going to start respiration in animals. For this, come to page number 119 of your book. Children, different animals have different ways in which the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs in their bodies. Number one, through cell membrane or skin. In unicellular organisms such as amoeba and paramecium, exchange of gases takes place by the diffusion through the cell membrane. Unicellular organism means the organisms which are made up of only one cell. Examples are amoeba and paramecium. In them, the respiration occurs through their cell membrane. And in hydra and earthworm, they are multicellular organism. In them also, exchange of gases takes place by diffusion through their moist outer surface. You can see here. Okay. Then second is through air holes. Now insects such as cockroach and grasshopper, they have openings called spiracles on their bodies. Air enters through these openings and reaches all parts of the body through respiratory tubes called trachea and their branches called tracheoles. Okay. Then next is through gills. You know that fishes use gills for exchange of gases. Gills are made up of large number of filaments, richly supplied with thin blood veins called capillaries. As water enters through the mouth, it flows over the gills and the blood in the capillaries that absorb oxygen and gives out carbon dioxide through its walls. And next is through lungs. Now, a tadpole has gills, but as it grows into a frog, it develops air bags called lungs for gaseous exchange. Though frogs have lungs, they can also breathe through their moist skin. Birds and mammals also have highly developed lungs where gaseous exchange take places. You know, frog is called amphibian because whenever it is on the land, it respires through its lungs, and when it goes in water, it uses its moist skin. So we have studied four methods, that is through cell membrane or skin. Examples are amoeba, paramecium. Then through air holes, all insects, for example cockroach and grasshoppers. And third, we studied through gills, then through lungs. Now children, the respiratory system in humans. The human respiratory system consists of, first of all, what organs are in the respiratory system involved. They are, number one, nostrils. Nostrils are the passages in the nose. Then trachea. Trachea is windpipe. Then bronchi and lungs. And lungs are the main organs of the respiratory system. So first is breathing in. The taking in of air rich in oxygen into our body is called inhalation. You know this. Children, the air around us is impure, but our lungs require air which is moist, warm and clean. Lungs में ये air जानी चाहिए, moist, warm and clean. So as the air we breathe in, passes through the nostrils, it is moistened by the slimy mucus present in the nose. Now, what is mucus? Mucus is secreted by the inner lining of the nose. The air becomes warm by the blood which is circulating in the nose, and the mucus and the hair which are present inside our nose, they trap this dirt from the air, dust particles and disease causing germs, and so prevent them from entering the respiratory system. Therefore, we should always breathe through our nose, not from our mouth, because it will protect us from catching an infection. Clear? Now, how air reaches to the lungs? From nostrils or from nasal cavity or nose, the air passes through pharynx. This is pharynx or throat cavity it is called. Through the pharynx it reaches to the trachea. Trachea is also called windpipe. Okay, ये trachea. Rings are here, देखो. And trachea is also called windpipe, and one flap is here. You can see here. This is called epiglottis. Epiglottis is the flap which closes the trachea or windpipe when you swallow the food. तो windpipe को बंद कर देता है epiglottis. Then trachea divides into two branches, and these branches are called bronchus each. Bronchi or bronchus. एक singular is bronchus and two के लिए bronchi. And each bronchus enters into each lung. देखो ये 2 lungs we have. और trachea divide होके bronchus, each bronchus enters into the lung, and it again divides into smaller tubes, and these tubes are called, ये देखो यहाँ पर, each tube is known as bronchioles. Okay, and now these tubes have small tiny pores at the end of each bronchiole, and these are called alveoli. Air sacs are there, round air sacs होते हैं, and these are called alveoli. Alveoli is the plural, and single के लिए alveolus. Okay, and one more, round about 300 million air sacs or alveoli are present in each lung. And one more organ is there. This is called diaphragm. Diaphragm is what? It's a dome shape. Dome means ये देखो dome में बन रहा है ना, dome ऐसे करके जो बनता है, this is dome. Dome shaped muscular structure which separates the chest cavity. ये सारी chest cavity है. Chest cavity from the abdominal. इसके बाद नीचे abdominal region होता है. And this is the diaphragm which separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity, especially in mammals. Clear? Then you can see here, this is the highly magnified structure, magnified view of single alveoli. ये देखो alveoli, air sacs are there. Okay. Now, the air we breathe in finally reaches these air sacs, and these are surrounded by blood vessels. So, the oxygen present in the air, जो हमने breathe की है, that goes into the blood which is contained in these blood vessels. Blood vessels क्या होते हैं? Tiny tubes जिनमें blood बहता है. And the carbon dioxide present in the blood as a waste product of respiration passes out of the blood into these air sacs. So, the exchange of gases takes place in the lungs. Clear? The blood takes the oxygen to all the cells of the blood where it is used to get energy from food. And the carbon dioxide which is released by the cell as waste, it goes back into the blood and it is released into the air sacs of the lungs again, and it is then breathed out by us. And this is giving out of air which is rich in carbon dioxide is called exhalation. So just go through page number 119 and 120, including 121. This is all for today. Thank you so much.